Hi, I'm St. Brian, and welcome to the first ever episode of Rule Zero, where I'm going to take you behind the scenes a little bit of running the Team X game and some of my thoughts as being a dungeon master. I actually haven't been doing a lot of dungeon mastering prior to Team X. I ran some games of Vampire when I was in college, but honestly, it's been close to 20 years since I've run any kind of game, so this has been really exciting. I really got back into it after watching the Acquisitions Incorporated games with Penny Arcade and Chris Perkins, and just really thought I want to get back into it. But one of the things that comes up relatively frequently is how much do you need to prepare to be a dungeon master. I've got about 1 page worth of notes here. The intro that I'm going to read out at the beginning of every episode. I have the names of all the main characters that I know are, or at least I think have a good chance of being in the game, so I can reference them real quick. I put a few plot points on there, so that way I have a good idea of the things that I would like to hit. This week I had it slightly longer. I had a second page because I had a message that I wanted to read from Omen Drawn. The rest of it, I'm just trying to roll with the punches as best I can. One of my favorite moments from this past episode, and something that's been growing for the last couple episodes, has really been the relationships that have been forming between Team X and the Swift family. When I first put them in the game, they were really some almost throwaway NPCs, some non-player characters. There's actually some fun relationships that have grown organically from that have been a lot of fun to watch, and I'm really looking forward to see how that part of the game progresses. One of the other things that happened in this game was that my my players got their first magic items. I didn't really want to give them just a standard, oh, here's your +1 dagger, here's your +1 arrow, here's your +1 whatever. I think there's things you can do to give magic items character like that, but for me, I wanted something that had a little bit more meaning. It would also be fun for them to play with. I gave them these bracers that have different stones in them, and the way the mechanics work are like this. The communication stone, the quartz stone, basically acts like a walkie-talkie. As long as they're within a mile of each other, they can push onto that and they can communicate one way. They have a stone in there that also dismisses and summons their armor and chosen weapons. So the mechanic with that is that as a bonus action, they can hit that and they can doff their armor, they can put their armor on, or they can hit it again and dismiss their armor. I don't like the idea that it takes rounds upon rounds for you to put your armor on. People just don't walk around town usually wearing full plate armor. It might draw a few strange looks. They could instantly put their armor on and have meaningful combat without having to worry about, oh my god, I'm running into combat and I'm just wearing a t-shirt. The third stone on there, crap, what does the third stone do? The third stone. Shit. What does the third stone do? It was quartz. It was topaz. That was the armor. Oh yeah, it was a sapphire stone. And the sapphire stone will actually give them 1d4 hit points back, but they can only use it once per day. I also left in space for expansion slots. Now, part of the fun of this is that they're going to have to figure out, one, how do they create these stones, and two, I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with those stones. If you have any questions, you can always tweet me at @TheSaintBrian on Twitter, or you can send a tweet to @EatDrinkRoll and use hashtag Rule0. So the question for this week is, what kind of cool magic item have you made up that you've given to a player? Or do you have an idea for one that you'd like to workshop? Either way, send me a message at @TheSaintBrian or @EatDrinkRoll and use the hashtag Rule0. Thanks, and I'll see you next week. Hi, I'm St. Brian. I am the Dungeon Master for the Team X game, and we run new episodes every Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern on our Twitch channel, EatDrinkRoll. You can see some of the cool videos that YouTube thinks you might like by clicking on the upper one here, or you can see in the entirety of Season 1 by clicking on the bottom one. I hope we'll see you soon.